Hello, Aries. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your full moon reading. Now, we have a full moon on the 7th or the 8th of April, depending on where you are on the planet, of course. Full moons, they're all about letting go. And what a powerful full moon that we have this time. Not that I know anything about astrology, but just look at what's going on in the world. We are on the massive process of letting go. Isn't that obvious to everybody? We've had things taken away from us, so some of the letting go has been done for us. Then we've got this place of space within ourselves to actually assess what we want in our lives, what's essential in our lives, what isn't essential in our lives, what's important to us, what's not important to us, what is valuable to us, what's not valuable to us. And now we're getting to this point of actually looking at everything that we've been living as a society, because this is a collective thing, it's happened to the whole world for a good reason. We're looking at this collective thing that we've been in now, a lot of us. The paradigm that we've been living, the era that we've been living in. It's amazing. There's never been a better time to live, especially through this process. But if you think about a few months ago, there's never been a better time to live. Life is easier. We've got more potential than it's ever been. All the technology that we've got, like, we're living in amazing times for human beings. But then it's had its downsides, and a lot of us have woken up to the downsides, things we don't like about it, maybe what it's doing to the environment, maybe the way that a lot of cultures are shutting themselves off from each other and not having that community feel anymore. There's all kinds of things that we don't like about it, yeah. And enough of us have woken up to that it's like, okay, now it's time to make change. But to make change, it's a change for everybody. And so the universe steps in and goes, oh no, a virus would be the best way to do that. Affects the whole world, and then gets everyone back to themselves. And then they make the changes to themselves. And then the whole thing can change. So it's a grassroots level change, which is the only way that we can get change. So Aries, if you'd like a private full moon reading with me, I'm going to go into the general read for Aries, but if you want a private one, keep on watching, because there's going to be a coupon code that pops up around there at some point in the video. Catch that coupon code. There's going to be links that pop up there for my full moon readings, my private full moon readings. Put the two of them together and you'll get 50% off. I get all my readings out within 24 hours of you booking them, so that you can make the most of these full moon energies, right, on your personal level, at what your part is in this massive human being evolution that we're going through. How exciting. So Aries, the full moon for you, including yourself in it. Yeah, you're not on the outer, you're not on the outside. Why do you feel that you've been left out, Aries? Why are you always left out? Maybe because you've tried to do things in this old paradigm that we've been living and it's not been that respectful for you. Well, that's something for you to learn now, is look at those things that didn't work for you in the old paradigm. What don't you want to bring back in your life now? What didn't work for you? You can say no to that now. We can all say no to that now. It's like when everything starts going again, if there's something that we don't like, you can just say no. Chances are that everyone around you will be like, yeah, I've decided I'm a no to that too. It's like, no. And then what? There'll be two men in suits, probably. Fat men, probably. Fat white men in suits saying, come on, do this again. And we'll be all like, no. No, we don't want to anymore. We're not playing anymore. And so you feeling that feeling that you've had, Aries, of being left out, of being on the outer, of being the black sheep and all of that. Yeah, it's come about through kind of you learning to respect yourself, but it's also come about because of the constrictions that we've had in society, right? The rules that we've had. We've only been able to do so much. There's only so far you can go with the law of attraction. You can't jump out off your balcony saying, I can fly, because gravity exists and you'll hit the floor. And it's the same when we're living, we're human beings, we're all one collective. We made rules, like we made a certain way. We all agreed to a certain way that we live, and we've been constricted by those rules. But everything can change now. Everything can change, and so you've got to realize that you felt on the outer because you're one of the change makers. You're one of the people who caused this to happen in the first place. No blame there. It's a good thing. So enough of us have realized that there's a lot of negatives about what we've been living. And we're at the point of evolution where we can actually shift to that next level. And so you are included. So weirdly enough, Aries, it's you feeling like you were the black sheep and on the outer is the reason that you're included now. You're one of the people, one of the consciousnesses that have brought this about to allow this change to happen. So this is where you really step into your own, Aries. It's your time now. It is your time now, Aries. So let go of that feeling like you're not included. Respect yourself because you're actually a bringer of the change. That sounds very dramatic, doesn't it, Aries? So Aries, also, yeah, right. Getting back to your playful self, right? Okay. So when you're born, right? You don't know much when you're born, but then you get to like being a toddler and your mind starts working properly. And so you're very playful. You know that playing is what it's about. It's meant to be a good time. You're looking at the world with complete wonder. You're appreciating everything. Everything is amazing to you, and you just know it's all to play. Like life is supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be fun. It's all you've got in your head. Like you wake up in the morning and you're thinking about playing. What do you want to play at today? And then when you get old enough, you're thinking like, oh my God, one day I'm going to be an adult. And then I'm going to be able to have fun all the time, and not only have fun, but they're going to give me money. And then how much fun can I have with money, right? And then you're like watching TV shows, and you've seen all of these different ways of living that are different from the way that you're living, and you're like, "Ah, I want to do that." Then you start playing it, you start imagining being there, and you know what resonates with you. You know from those TV shows, and then you enacting it and feeling it and being that, you know that that's what you want. And then what happens, Aries? You go to school, they teach you it's not all fun and games. You got to do this, and you've got to put this uniform and this tie on, and then you don't daydream. No, don't have fun. No, life's hard. It's not all fun and games. You've got to learn this. Fit in. Go to the city. Go into that office. You know, it's that. And so now it's time for you, Aries, to get back to that playful self. Get back to that child. That child knew what was right for you. You knew what was right for you back then. You knew the lifestyle that you wanted, what resonated with you when you played it, when you saw it on TV maybe, and you played that, and you knew how to get into that energy and how to create. You knew the creative process then. You knew how to make law of attraction work for you. You knew all you had to do is like have your eyes open to something and then play it in your mind, imagine it, play it out, have fun with it. You knew that it was going to be fun and that you could make money out of it. And then when you made money out of this fun thing, that you would have so much more fun with that. It's time for you to remember that and to start acting based on that too. So the fundamental thing is get back to that energy. Remember who you are. Remember who you were. Unlearn everything. That's what you've got to let go of this full moon, Aries. You've got to unlearn everything you were taught by the weird society that we've had. Get back to that weirdo that you were when you were a kid. And then take action from there, right? Then take action from there. And this is all about a new approach, and it's about letting go. Of course it is. It's about our higher selves taking over, you know? And that's what was happening when we were kids. We didn't know that. We didn't know it was our higher selves. Like we would be watching a TV show and our higher selves is like there, sat behind us, like with its arm around our shoulders, going, "This is really cool, isn't it? Oh my God, let's play this now." And so then play it, and your higher self is like the imaginary friend. Higher self is like, "Yeah, play this. Yeah, this is right, isn't it? This is right for you." And the higher self has always been there with us, right? And we used to listen to it when we were a kid. Imaginary friends, our higher selves. And and so it's time to get back to that childhood innocence now. Not just the childhood innocence and that energy that you were in when you really knew yourself and what you wanted in life, and what was aligned with you. But this surrender and this being open to going with the flow and listening to the universe and listening to your higher self and doing whatever pops in your mind and being creative and being fun and all of that. Surrendering to that again, surrendering to your higher self, leading you forward on your life path. A whole new approach to life by getting back to that childhood energy of who you knew you were back then, and then being open to playing again, being open to what you do is fun, just having fun, because that's when it leads you in the right direction. I've been doing that for years now. I opted out of normal life, and I've been doing that for years now. And even so, and it's been working for me. But even so, it's only just really, 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 really working for me right now. It's just gone, and it's really working for me right now. And I'm getting so many synchronicities and signs and everything falling into place that it just makes it so much easier when that happens, right? Because then you know you're on the right track. You've got that connection with your higher self. You're going to get that too. Don't worry, Aries, you are. And you're good enough for that. So yeah, these changes you're going through right now, very much an internal letting go for you, Aries. It's like life's been beating you down a little bit. You felt like you've been on the outer, and it's time for you to pick yourself up now and remember who you are, because you're important. And then to know that you're good enough. There's not wrong. You've been thinking that you're wrong, You've been thinking you're on the outer, that there's something wrong with you. You didn't quite fit in, and you didn't, and it's good. That's because you're here for this next step. You didn't quite fit in, it's good. And so, but you are good enough. Don't let that make you think that you're not good enough. You absolutely are good enough. And once you realize that, you can soften and open your heart and start letting all the good stuff in again. This is a process, Aries. It's an internal process for you. That's what this full moon is all about, is this internal process for you of just coming to terms with who you are and getting back on track with that. And then the changes, then the physical action, the changes will come about from that place. But don't even try and change things or get back into life until you've found yourself again inside, Aries. There you go. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that, Aries? Love hearing from you. And did you see the coupon code pop up? Did you catch that? If so, put it in. There'll be a link around there to book in for one of those private full moon reads. As I said, I get those out within 24 hours. Have an awesome full moon, Aries. I'll see you next time. Bye.